Hello, hello, this is Day 9 here, bringing you Game 2 between Destiny and StarTales Bomber from the GeForce Starcraft II Pro Am tournament. We're casting this with Husky, not in this specific game, but he and I are doing a good old bit of casting action, many extra special guests coming and doing a little coverage as well. Definitely look for all of us, because we love casting StarCraft, and I love casting this series. Game 1, one of the most epic games that I've ever seen in my entire life. Game 2, now starting off on Xel'Naga Caverns, one of the most commonly played games in tournaments, but as of late, a lot of players have been downvoting it. They don't quite like the openness of some of the expansions. It's a little tough to take a third base on Xel'Naga Caverns. But either way, in the top right, we have Destiny, under the name Root Destiny, but he is no longer part of Root. He is just good old standard by-the-book Destiny. And in the bottom left, we have StarTales Bomber playing under a special account provided by the organizers of the tournament. We do see Bomber going to be planting down his first barracks. This is going to be on 11 food. It's a relatively early barracks. This would very much so indicate to me an 11 racks, 12 racks. Players used to do 12 racks, 14 racks, but lately a lot of players are just saying, well, if I'm going to go for a 2 racks aggressive play, I'm not going to beat around the bush about it. I'm going to go all out nutty style. And it looks like, wow, yeah, there's the second barracks going down. Very oddly positioned by Bomber. Very vulnerable location for the SCV. It will be a little bit closer. We see Destiny once again going for that very early spawning pool. We were talking about how weird Destiny's spawning pool timing was in the previous game. He went extractor trick into 11 spawning pool, and we're going to see if this pool first style will work in this game. No gas geysers yet taken by Destiny. There's the drone swinging around that first barracks. Again, very, very conspicuously planted. We do see some Zerglings going down right now, and will Destiny, wow, a spine crawler. That is a hell of a way to pull up an early defense. I've never seen anything like this. And a second spine crawler. Whoa, Destiny. Whoa. And it looks like Bomber is going to be just as shocked as I am. Bomber has all his units rallied to this left Xel'Naga watchtower. Is going to be shocked when he sees not only no expand attempt go down by Destiny, but also a double spine crawler play. But as much as anyone would love to be like, LOL, you nub Destiny, keep in mind the brilliance he pulled off in Game 1, recovering from a horrendous position, having great late game. He might have a lot of tricks up his sleeve. At this point, now there's no tricks. He just can't do much. He's just sitting here with 2 spine crawlers. We do see the expansion going down right now for Bomber. There is the retreat barracks placement going down, and this is actually a very concerning command center placement. This can be very vulnerable. No reason not to put it up in the high ground. If you want to pull these barracks back like that, that's great. Keep making Marines right now. If Destiny just sprints forward with a bunch of Zerglings or a Roach attack that you're not quite expecting, you can easily be caught off guard and be forced to cancel this. The Roach attack is definitely the big threat that I foresee at this point in time that Bomber is not considering enough. 2 spine crawlers, though. Nuts. Second queen down now for Destiny. He is going to be getting the plant on the creep tumor. He can extend that creep down, get himself up an expansion. We've seen a lot of Zergs do this style, somewhat similar to this in Zerg vs. Zerg. So given the fact that Destiny, plays Zerg vs. Zerg as well, because he's a Zerg player, I personally think that we're going to see something like a very fast Infestor play yet again. He loves fast Infestors. Will he go Zergling speed first or layer first? There it is, the layer going down. No real need to get the Zergling speed because the spine crawlers are going to serve the same defensive purpose early on. And if you're trying to go 1 base aggression with Zerglings after building 2 spine crawlers, I weep for you. There's the barracks now pulling back. Going to be adding on a tech lab. Will he be giving it to the factory? We're going to find out soon enough. Bunker up. Expansion command center up. We see a Zergling scouting around the area. 2 spine crawlers repositioning themselves at the front. There is a Zergling speed going down now for Destiny. A little bit of a late Zergling speed, but as long as he just gets it eventually, he'll be in great, great shape. There now is the land on the mule, continuing to gather himself up many a resource. And yeah, it looks like we're going to see very typical play come out of Bomber. He's getting a factory with a tech lab before a third barracks. He wants to begin getting that tank count up very early, very high, because if you really don't know what your opponent's doing, You want to be playing defensive because you're already having an expo lead. Tanks, great defensive unit. Would not be surprised to see an extremely fast siege mode. At this point, we are seeing, yep, the infestation pit going down, and poor Bomber scanned at the worst possible time right before the layer ended up hatching, so he saw nothing of what his opponent was doing. There's the backdoor supply depots, getting ready to do a little bit of defense. The one big advantage Destiny does have is that he can easily counterattack and not worry about his home base as much, given the fact that he has these 2 spine crawlers there. Zergling slowly advancing forward, and interestingly, wow, Bomber is not going to be able to defend against this counterattack. The Zergling's just going to run in through, not going to run up the ramp, just going to surround the Marines, take it out. Now they're peeling back, target firing the bunker. Bomber caught completely off guard by this late odds Zergling timing. Bunker falls, a lot of Terran units down, a tank, 2 Marines remain, but 1 tank, 2 Marines not going to be enough to take you into the late game. Bomber in a very, very off spot. Infestation pit is done now, but we are not yet seeing any infestors get planted by Destiny. He has another conspicuously planted drone. I wonder if that will end up being some kind of Spire. Let's find out. He may very well just go straight for a Spire. Yes, indeed, there's the Spire going down. Looks like he's going to be favoring a switch to Mutalisks. He's seen that his opponent is low on Marines. There's the Queen puking out as many creep tumors as she possibly can. Just making a nice little well-lit light all the way to his hatchery. Now keep in mind, even though that looked really, really, really bad for our Terran player, we're seeing the fact that really Bomber does not look to be in that bad of a spot. He has a lot of tanks up now. He has 2 tanks. He's going to be in good shape against most Zergling attacks. He's had his expansion up longer. He's been able to get up more unit-producing structures, and poor Destiny has not really done much after that Zergling attack. He hasn't gotten the chance to get his Infestors up, no mutas. He's only just started a Spire. It's still about halfway from being done. Viking popping out right now can do a lot of damage before that 1 Spire ends up popping up. Drones now long-range mining in the drone counting station. We see 34 drones to 41 SCVs. In fact, in the units lost tab, not that different from either player, but Destiny has not gotten to produce many workers. There's a 3rd orbital command coming out. Brilliant decision by Bomber. Absolutely genius 3rd command center timing. Likely not going to be taking a 3rd that fast, but definitely maintaining that economic lead. After that Zergling bust, there's no threat of any sort of early attack afterwards, as a 1-basing Zerg who just lost 12 plus larva worth of units is in no position to have a follow-up. There we interestingly see both the Infestor upgrades going down while Mutalisks are getting built. Yep, there's a Mutalisk upgrade going down. Destiny trademark Infestor heavy play. You see a Viking now in the center of the map, taking out Overlords, and the Overlord does end up falling. Gonna remove a little bit of vision from Destiny, but Destiny, who was stuck on 1 base for so long, brilliantly spreading the creep very aggressively. Nice wall off there by Bomber, blocking that left flank. Or as I like to call it, a left-turn flank. The double evolution chamber coming down right now. We see that this might be just a scout medevac. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be unloading and then returning all the way back home. Nice little queue set up there by Bomber. He wants to get a Marine up on the high ground, stim it, and sprint in to find out what the heck is going on. And now he knows Mutalisks are going on. The Mutalisks are going to begin heading to the back. Does he have any turrets? Well, he does have 1, but he's going to need a lot more. He's going to produce them much more rapidly, but 6 Mutalisks can't do much. We see the 7th joining into the fray. And suddenly, Destiny is going to stop all muta production and begin going Infestor Zergling. This ultra lean mixture of units that we saw do wonders for Destiny in the last game. Interestingly, Destiny is in a better position this game than he was in the last game, when that huge medevac drop almost killed him right off the bat. But still, we see this early 3rd by Bomber is helping him a lot. Look at the tanks positioned so well. We see that there are missile turrets going up all about in a nice defensive lock. He almost has combat shield, does not have as many barracks as he would like at this point in time. He's starting to build more barracks off to the right, build extra factories. His +1 is nearing done. In this game, we're going to see Bomber ahead of his Zerg opponent in the upgrade run. Going to help a lot. So now Bomber slowly advancing forward with those tanks. Mutalisks continuing to just be annoying, but Bomber knows what his main strategy is right now. Defend, continue to win with a resource advantage. Destiny now looks like he is continuing to Infestor Zergling his heart out. Does he have that burrow upgrade? No, not yet. So that means that we are going to see a bomber free from all harassment for quite some time. SCV getting taken out. Destructible rocks getting taken out as well. Another missile turret getting thrown down. And there it looks like the SCV getting eliminated. Uh-oh, Mutalisk taking a tidbit of damage. And there's the restim on the Marines trying to pick off these Mutalisks. Destiny would not be object to trading a little bit Marines for Mutalisks. In general, you never want to trade your Mutalisks for Marines. But this is not nearly the same situation because of how Infestor heavy it is. Oh my god! A huge fungal growth goes down. Can he get a second one? He does! He ends up picking off a big chunk of units with that little assassin Infestor. Now we're starting to see more Infestors get produced. There is the Destructible Rocks getting taken down. Third up for Destiny, taking the farther away third. Not going to go for the greedy gold. He wants to rely more on counterattacks. And this expansion is suddenly looking a lot more vulnerable than your average Terran bear, due to the fact that this Infestor heavy play, burrow attacks, running Zerglings in, fungal growth. Ugh. Creepy time for the Terran. So now we are seeing bombers swing over to the right side. Still has to be concerned about the left in front. This is not the strongest wall off. Another nice Infestor fungal growth, getting more and more Marines. An efficient way to pick off these Marines. Generally don't want to spend fungal growth on small numbers of Marines, but of course, when the Terran is not going to be attacking anytime soon, those small victories delay the push by wonders. 1-1 upgrade's done for Destiny. Let's see if he'll go for the 2-2 or if he'll forget for the time being. Whoa! Fast Greater Spire. Very fast Greater Spire. No Ultras coming out. Now we're seeing the 2-2 upgrades go down. These two extra extractors now saturated with 3 and 3 in them. And for one of the first times I've seen in a long time, a Terran is pushing along the right side of the cavern. Big amount. Wow! Trapping the tanks. Cool play, continuing to lob out more and more, and oh, Destiny trying to run forward. Don't know if it's the best decision. The scans managed to get some good shots off on those creep tumors, see that the Infestors are forced to be into a retreat, and now again we are seeing Bomber try to pull along the right side. Generally you see them pull along the left to try to pick off the gold and to try to pick off this third, but no. Looks like Bomber will be going for drops and pushing along the right side. Very cool play. He's using this push in the center to defend this drop on the right side. Now we're seeing Destiny be in an awkward spot. He can't both have his Infestors at the right and in the middle at the same time, so he'll have to spend another fungal growth on this medevac. Will he have to spend a second one? Looks like he's just going to let his queen clean it up, and it looks like the medevac will end up falling. Oh, barely escapes in time. But we are seeing the Terran begin to pierce through the mid, and Bomber with his trademark standard units, big macro, great timing style. He's at 183 food versus a 124 food of Root Destiny. Now we're slowly seeing the Terran push begin to advance forward. Does he actually have that neural parasite? He does not. So the tanks cannot be mind controlled by the Zerg units. Another drop going on the left-hand flank by Startail's Bomber. Destiny looks like he's going to repel, but Destiny is stretched awfully thin. He's starting to have to spend fungal growth on small amounts of units in the middle of a push. You can easily fungal growth 4 or 5 Marines if the Terran is in defensive mode, but Terran is very clearly in no mood to defend. There's the Unsiege on the tank, even has a Thor in the mix, just in case any Mutalisks do arrive, and this poor infested Terran will get 1 Marine kill before he is absolutely obliterated by that tank. And there's the Broodlords coming up. Can he get them up in time? He almost has 2-2 upgrades as well. He needs to get some big fungal growth. He gets a big one. Very tense spot, and there all the Marines will end up getting picked off. Slowly but surely, Bomber's advancing forward. There's some more scans. Very wary of bringing in big packs of Marines, but it looks like he might be making a big mistake right here. Moving a lot of these units forward. There's the Thor. And the 3 Broodlords are going to hatch in time. And now, slowly but surely, Bomber's making his way in, and Destiny refusing to engage, waiting until the very last second. The Broodlords in a great spot. 1 Viking getting produced. These Broodlords are going to have to do absolute wonders, but we are seeing Bomber in no mood to retreat yet. Destiny still not engaging. There's the very late Neural Parasite. Needs that for the Thors. Thors do manage to pick off 1 of these Broodlords, and oh no! He loses the Broodlords. Destiny in an awful spot. Just Zerglings and Infestors in the back. Poor Queen freaking out. Bomber with a very nice timing. Looks like he's hitting it at the 1 weak spot in this play style for Destiny, trying to vomit out as many of these infested Terrans as he can. He will manage to clean up himself a Thor or 2. The Zerglings sprint forward. There are so many tanks Will he be able to clean it up? Will the splash damage be enough? These infested Terrans managing to take down the medevacs, managing to take down the Vikings. But the Marine rally onslaught of Bomber looks like it's a little bit too much, having just too many units pouring out of these bases. Bomber is in a clear position, and there's the good game. Bomber ties it up 1-1. Let's go on to the next game to find out who will be able to take this series.